You think that chakras and oils and herbs and meridians and organs holding on to emotions is just a bunch of hippie woo-woo nonsense. Welcome back to the Science of the Woo, my friends, where we talk about how modern scientific principles support indigenous cultural practices that are otherwise considered hippie, alternative, woo-woo, all those sorts of lovely things. And we are staying in the traditional Chinese medicine realm, and what we talked about in the last video is that TCM, or traditional Chinese medicine, believes that the kidneys are impacted by trauma. And if you would like to know the scientific principles that support the idea that kidneys are impacted by trauma, go ahead and click that video, go back, and then come back here. If the kidneys are impacted by trauma, what about the liver? And what's very important to know is that traditional Chinese medicine views the liver and the kidneys as working together, especially in very important activities such as reproduction. That very cute little baby you hear cooing in the background, yep, first month, liver and kidneys, did it for me. And what we know, thanks to Western modern science, is that our liver and our kidneys work together to metabolize out and filter out toxins, waste, medications. It is genuinely wild to me that the Western medical model views menstrual issues and reproductive issues as, oh, let's give you more hormones, more birth control, instead of making sure that your body can adequately process out estrogen, testosterone, progesterone, which are all metabolized via the liver and then excreted out through the kidneys. But if our kidneys are how we filter out and know what to get rid of and what not to get rid of, our liver is where we metabolize all of that. And I mean this on a very physical level. Our kidneys get rid of the waste, but it has to be turned into waste in the first place for our kidneys to be able to do anything with it. And one of the biggest emotions that is correlated with the liver is anger. From a nervous system perspective, do you know what anger is? Anger is a fight response. That red down there. Anger is a fight response, and anger is, you have crossed my boundaries and I need you to back up. Or, you've crossed my boundaries and I need you to back up. And when we think about trauma and PTSD, what generally happens is that there's a fight response that comes up as a survival mechanism. And if you can fight the bear, cool. If you can't fight the bear, can you run from the bear? If yes, then cool. If you can't fight the bear or run from the bear, we're just going to freeze and we're going to shut down. And when we don't have somewhere to put all that big energy that's on this side of this sort of figure, when we don't have anywhere to put that big energy, that gets stored in our bodies, in our nervous systems, in our fascia, however you want to look at that and conceptualize that. I kind of agree with most of that. And if you want to be the first one to know when the Nervous System 101 course drops, email list is in my bio. If you want to be the first one to know when the book for the Mind Body Roadmap drops, there's an interest list also in my bio. The gist here, though, is what else can we look at? How else can we conceptualize this? Because if the answer is that the medical model isn't giving you the answers, cool, what's a different framework that you can look at? There's a bunch out there to choose from. And if you want to know how St. John's wort plays into all this, let me know in the comments and we'll have a really fun conversation about that. Okay.